round of the
The second
UNF1.
round.
Oh, the second round of the UNF1 Tier 1.
Yeah,
Yeah, Tier 1
league.
series. So everything's kind of weird today. Some stuff changed with the league. I'm sure those of you who follow it will find out soon enough. These are probably not the regular commentators, as I have not been in one of these races in like a month. But we'll do
And
our best to, you know, keep it interesting, keep it fun,
try and keep the
and
action flowing.
yeah. So it looks like Johnny's on pole right now by about a tenth,
He just
and
retired, yeah.
yeah, he's retired, so he's not going to improve on that in any way.
I see Freddie has
Everybody,
improved from last week as well. A hard qualifying session for Freddie last week. He's
yeah.
now up to third.
Let's see. Everybody in the top 9 is in the pits right now. They better get out there if they want to improve, because they're not going to have too much
We've got
time.
Daniel Rick on an outlap, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like nobody's on a hot lap except for Pepsi, it looks like, who actually has
Yeah,
the
Pepsi
fastest first
hasn't.
sector. So he could still be up quite near the top. I was talking to him earlier. He's pretty confident, but he has not been able to get a ton of running in. So we'll see what he's able to do.
Yeah, he's
He
been a
just
bit occupied.
lost that fastest first sector to somebody else, I believe. Um,
That
but
could.
he's coming up and getting ready to go down the back straight. And yeah, I think this is his flying lap. So we'll see what time he does at the end. See if he can get in the single digits in the 109s, 108s. Because this is really his first. Like, this is his first run out of the
This is
pits
his
at
only
all.
chance. Yeah. He hasn't set a time at all yet.
Looks like everybody's out on track. There's nobody who's just given up other than the guys
He
like
just
Toss.
invalidated there, I think.
That's
Go
rough.
again. You
Well,
go again, I think.
he's gonna have to take it really easy because he doesn't want. He needs to set a time.
Yeah.
At this point, something's better than nothing. So let's see. Crash
We've got young
Stappen,
Chad Stappen. Yeah.
yeah, Tossed and Johnny are all out. Johnny's up in P1, and it looks
L1
like
Veloce on the medium tires. He's in
yeah,
fourth.
that's a really good lap from him actually.
Yeah. He's a quick driver.
To be that close on the mediums is super impressive. So it will be
He's
interesting
gonna
to
go
see.
for an outlap now.
Yeah, it'll
I think
be
he's gonna
interesting
cross
to
the
see
line.
where he's at in the race come pit strategy time. Let's see, up toward the top, Danny Rick is not really improving a ton.
Freddie's done now.
Oh, he
Freddie's-
did do a fastest second sector, Danny Rick, so he could snatch away pole here. Let's see what his times are like. Oh, he invalidated in the final chicane,
Yeah.
so Danny will not take pole. Let's see who's coming down next.
L1 Veloce.
Veloce's on the softs now. I think he abandoned
gone on-
his time
yeah,
on
he's-
mediums. Yeah, fastest second sector again from L1 Veloce. So it
Purple.
seemed like Johnny just didn't have a very good second sector because it seems like everybody's setting purple in the second.
I think
Pepsi
the
did
evolution
not.
of the track.
Yeah, for sure. Pepsi did not set
Yeah.
a time, and that's probably it's definitely going to come back to bite him because he's starting in 14th. So
L1 Veloce hit the wall. Hit the wall of
let's see,
champions.
is it going to affect his
He's
time?
gonna cross the line. He backed off
Oh,
to save the medium tires. He backed
Yeah.
off before the line.
he wants
Yeah,
that
that
alternate
was smart.
strategy.
Yep.
That's a good call from him. Let's see.
I went the
Anybody else
alternate
improving?
strategy.
I didn't see anybody improve. So the track must have not evolved that hard because everybody was at about the same spot as they were in just earlier in the session.
We've got Johnny on pole. It was good enough time to keep it.
Let's see. Nothing's going on in the chat right now. So yeah, we got Johnny on pole, Danny Rick in second, only by about a tenth. So that's a pretty close. And then everybody else kind of sits about 4/10 back or farther. So you got
Pretty
Freddie.
close between the middle.
Yeah, Freddie
forward.
and L1 Veloce are really close, but L1 Veloce, remember, is on the medium tires. So
Yeah.
he's going to be he probably has pace to win from that place, especially with that tire advantage long term.
It's interesting to see what Pepsi's going to do now at the back. To see
Yeah,
if
I
he's
don't.
going to go
I
for
think
it.
he can start on. Well, he can start on whatever tire he wants because he's in the
But
bottom 10.
yeah,
I wonder if he's
I
gonna
don't
try
know. If
some.
you don't set a time, I think it just makes you start on the softs, though. I think.
Maybe, cause
I
but I think
I
you
think.
can. I think you can pick when you're in the bottom 10 because you don't have that Q2 rule.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So I mean, at that point, you might as well try some really crazy, like start on the hards and just run really long or something. Just try something interesting, see what you can make happen. I know a lot
Something
of
different as
people.
well.
I know a lot of people were saying this could be a two-stop race, but with the hard tire in play, 'cause not a
The
lot of people.
hard tire is a good tire here.
Yeah, and not a lot of people have
Yeah.
touched that during practice and during the qualifying session. So, I mean, at that
Yeah.
point, starting from 14th, give it a shout. Give it a try.
Yeah. It's gonna be good to see what happens now.
Let's see, we're all loading in, waiting for everybody to join.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are 14 runners in this race. A couple people, missing today, but we'll line up on the grid and get ready for the formation lap. All right.
Take them away now.
Yeah. So Johnny from Daniel Rick, Freddie L1 Velace, Melvin XT, then Kyle, and then Brevin and Jose. Toss my salad in ninth, and Pippo's the top 10. End of the World is in 11th, 8,000 RPM. My F2 teammate is in 12th. Young Crush Steppen in 13th. And Pepsi's bringing up the rear, having not set a time in qualifying. Let's see as they all kind of heat up their tires.
8,000.
And yeah, 8,000's
8,000. Yeah.
Jose's
Disqualified.
out. Everybody's
Won't be good for tire temps.
everybody's setting back to the grid, and their tires gonna be ice cold.
Yeah. Not good. I can't believe it suggests a 3-stop on the prediction.
I know it's really like I I know some people who have the pace to make a three-stop work, but I don't understand why you would ever choose to do that. I feel like
Yeah.
going mediums to hards would be a better strategy than a three-stop,
It is. The
honestly.
softs don't last long here.
They give
The
you a
softs
lot of
don't.
pace, not as much as some other tracks, but you do see a pretty good
For
term of
maybe 4 or
pace.
5 laps, and then
Yeah, it just
that's the
falls
end of them.
apart. The
Yeah.
mediums and
It's
the
gonna be
hards
interesting to
are
see.
very good race tires, but I don't honestly know because it's not the recommended strategy. I don't know if anybody's going to use
But
it.
will L1 Velace get jumped on the start by Melvin and Kyle
Let's see,
because of
he's
the
on.
tire?
Yeah, he's on the dirty side of the track too, so I'm not sure. Or wait, is the dirty side on the other side? I'm trying to remember which
Um,
side pole starts on in Canada.
we'll find out now in 2 seconds.
Everybody gets through the final chicane. Nobody's touching the wall champions this lap because they're all doing like 3 miles an hour.
He's on the dirty side, yeah.
Yeah. So there is even a chance that Danny Rick could jump Johnny in the start because he might have more grip off the line. I honestly don't know how much dirty or clean side means in F1 2020, but we're about to find out.
First corner is going to be interesting. Here we go, lads.
All right, they count down.
Live lights. And they're away.
Ooh, long lights. A lot of wheel spin from
Slow.
Johnny. He's already
Bad
fighting
from
with
Freddie.
Freddie in the first lap.
Freddie's
All right.
down. Oh, Freddie got rear-ended.
Oh, it's showing Freddie in first on my screen. All right, Johnny's kept his lead. Danny Rick's right behind.
Toss my salad, 5-second penalty.
Melvin jumped up to fourth. What a start from him.
Yeah, an
L1
excellent start from
Velace
Melvin.
dropped back one place. Ooh, someone's in the wall. I think that was a Williams in the wall. That's Danny Rick in the wall.
He is.
So let's
Yep,
see
he's
if we
gone
get a
very
yep, safety car. Safety car's deployed.
damage.
Let's see what's
Toss my
happened.
salad. It must have been that rear-ended Freddie going into that first corner, and Freddie is now
wow.
last.
Daniel Rick is so lucky to not just completely be out of this race. He's lost almost all of his front wing, and there's debris all over the track, but he's still in the race. I
Melvin
really
up
don't
to
know
second.
how. Looks like
Brevin up to third.
Looks like
Wow.
L1 Velace is missing his entire wing as well. So a lot of debris on the track in that back section. Oh,
Yeah.
who's out? Because I see a yellow car on the. Oh wait, that's the safety car. Never mind. So I think it was just there was just so much debris on track that I think they needed to call a safety car. This being it's not really a street track, but it's not as open as a lot of other circuits.
Everyone's pitting.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason not to. Honestly, it's a free
Brevin stayed
stop.
out. Yeah. Now you would turn your strategy to a medium to hards.
Oh yeah,
I feel.
that would be
Yeah.
a good shout here.
We've got out half the field in the pits.
Pepsi stayed out, so it looks like he's going to try to
Pepsi's up to fifth.
take some track position.
Pepsi's on the mediums, which is good
So
for
he
him.
started on the mediums and then didn't pit under the safety car. That's a really good start for him. Let's see. L1 Velace pit because he needed a new front wing. That's really rough because L1, he was on the mediums, and so he could have stayed out if he didn't have wing damage, and he had enough pace to seriously control the race. But
he's now second last, yeah.
Yeah, that wing damage really just crippled him because he didn't need to change tires. He was on the mediums.
Yeah.
And then he just got he got his wing completely cleaned off.
He could have put the hards on.
It's true. Let's see. Brevin
maybe he's going to go soft to hards.
Pack. See who's gained the most places. It's Pepsi.
Pepsi. Collision.
Pepsi's gained 9 places.
Oh, Verstappen collided with Johnny, so Johnny must have rear-ended Chaz, or Chaz must have brake chested him or something. 5-second penalty for him.
Let's see. 8,000's having a relatively good day after a poor qualifying performance. He's up in 4th.
End of the world in 3rd. Good show for him.
Pepsi could seriously change his fortune today because he's in a great place now with those medium tires and the safety car. Let's see who's in front of him. 8,000's in front, also on mediums, and End of the World also on mediums. So those 3 guys benefited massively from this safety car. Everybody else in the top 10 who's on softs just, and I think honestly they just got lucky that L1 also took damage because if L1 Velace had not, he would be in 1st place right now with fresh medium tires.
Exactly.
A serious amount of pace. Let's see.
I would like to see a replay of that now.
The only person to be in the same place that they started is Pippo in 10th.
Yeah. How's that? He must have had the pit as well.
Everybody on the front rows down. Danny, Rick, Freddie, and L1 Velace all down 9 places. Johnny is the first of those who have pitted, obviously. Him being
he's on the medium tires, yeah.
So we'll see how quickly he can clear through guys like Verstappen and maybe Pepsi to get back up toward the lead. The guys in the top 2, Brevin and Jose, are both on. They're both on soft tires, so those are going to start to fall away, handing the lead to either End of the World 8,000 or Pepsi because they're all on.
He's probably going to hold up the pace. End of the World has the medium tires on actually, so he's.
Yeah, 3rd through 5th are all medium tires, so it'll be interesting to see who gets the restart right, to see who can pull ahead.
We're going to do another lap here, aren't we?
Yeah, it looks like it. There's got to be a ton of debris on track then, if that's
Oh no, it looks like they're in this lap.
Oh, all right.
We'll be back on their way now.
Let's see when he bolts. Riding on board with Brevin now. He's just kind of keep those tires warm for that first chicane. I guess it's the last chicane, but it'll be the first of the safety car lap. Keeping them all backed up. Look like
I don't understand why they stay so close. Because you can't pass each other until they cross the line anyway.
Jose's right behind. They're going to go nice and easy through this chicane. Brevin's going to bolt. They're off again.
Yeah, they're right.
Looks like some guys dipped into the pits.
Everybody seems clear.
But that was a really calm restart.
Freddie is in the pits again.
I wonder if he took wing damage behind the safety car.
He might have. No, it looks like a penalty.
Let's see, 8,000 is trying to bear down, and so is End of the World. These medium runners are really coming alive. I think these softs, even behind the safety car, are starting to wear out. Oh, somebody clipped the barrier. Yeah. I think that was a Renault. I'm not exactly sure. It might have been 8,000.
No, that was young Verstappen. He's missing a part of his front wing.
Okay, so let's see. I wonder if he'll pit, unless he's losing a lot of performance. Brevin up front, though, controlling the pack. He's going to need to try to pull out as much gap as he can and really milk these tires.
He's doing a solid race, though.
He is, just fastest second sector. Little lock up, though, into the final hairpin. Let's see. Jose really hasn't been able to gain on him too much. And those medium tire runners have all kept their position. So, Verstappen is really about to get overtaken by Johnny, actually.
Yeah.
Johnny.
And 8,000 is close to.
Let's see if Johnny's going to send it. He's going to wait. He's going to be patient. There's no reason for him to attack.
Pepsi is under pressure as well from.
Yeah, the 3 of them all kind of grappling for position, 5th through 7th there.
Charles is staying out. We still
See,
have a
Danny Rick
enough
just took the
downfall.
fastest lap from 9th place. The whole pack is really tight together.
I'm on board with Kyle at the moment, I am.
Brevin's still out front, really controlling the pack.
It's tight racing up between Charles and Johnny. Johnny goes up the inside. It's a nice move by Johnny.
Nice job. And he's going to try to get past, or Kyle, his teammate's going to try to get past Verstappen as well. Those Renaults are quick in a straight line.
8,000 is all over the back of End of the World.
Ooh, little touch from Kyle. Oh, he lost a place though. Danny Rick got past him. Danny Rick is seriously on the move though.
Johnny's past Pepsi now. 2 moves in the space of 2 sectors. Lock up into the hairpin. Pepsi's gonna have a bit of slipstream now.
Yeah, Pepsi really wants to get past Johnny though. If he can
Johnny
use Johnny's insane pace to tow him clear of the rest of the field, that could be an advantage.
Johnny's beeper's coming on though. That means he might be low on ERS. His red light.
Guys down in 8th and 9th are all really tight together. Kyle's about to try to overtake young Verstappen. He's going to go down the inside into turn 1.
L1 Veloce has made up 3 places.
He's going to try to go around the outside of the AlphaTauri, but instead the McLaren of L1 Veloce is just going to overtake him. And he might even try for the AlphaTauri. Oh, couldn't hold on.
Charles is hanging on here.
The damage is really
holding him up. Yeah.
The soft tires on L1 seem to not be giving him enough pace.
And Pepsi are going side by side. This is a good race.
Danny Rick just passed Pepsi, yeah, going down the back DRS straight. I wonder, Pepsi's not going to be able to have another try. Let's see if he can do it down the main straight then. Let's see who else is
8,000.
Kyle's trying to come back at young Verstappen. He's going to go... Ooh.
Yeah,
He's going to be patient. That was a good move because he knows he's going to get DRS down this next straight. And if he just stays close enough, he's going to get a great exit.
Nearly. Yeah, he has him now, I think. I'll be pretty sure.
Oh, he almost clipped the wall there, getting real close. Verstappen's really quick in a straight line. I wonder, he's got DRS on the guys in front, so we're starting to get a DRS train formed from Danny Rick back.
He also has damage, though.
Yeah, he's really... Danny's holding everybody up, kind of. Little lockup from him as well. I wonder how much is
Johnny is on the back of 8,000, and Enda is right on the back of them now. And just Jose is really close to Brevin.
That group of 3, 8,000 is really trying to catch End of the World to try to put a car between him and Johnny, but Johnny's pace
By the way,
insane.
L1 got Kyle. Must have been into the corner 1.
Oh, someone's in the wall. Jose in the wall on the back DRS straight. I couldn't tell if he was fighting with somebody.
Oh, he lost it. He must have lost it.
All right, so let's see. I have Brevin now. Freddie's in
just
the pits.
behind Brevin, yeah.
So Freddie's coming out of the pits right now. Is he gonna jump a ton of people?
No, because Freddie was last because he pitted already.
Yeah, but if a bunch of people pit now, Freddie's gonna jump all of them.
But he's what, 57 seconds behind? It says by my interval.
I wonder if it'll make him go slow behind the safety car. I don't know. Let's see. Is Brevin gonna pit?
He has to. Brevin has to pit now. If
This is a really safety cars are godsend for those on soft tires. So let's see. End of the World is going to inherit this lead, and all the guys who were on mediums at the start of the last safety car now inherited this lead.
Yeah. End of the World first, 8,000 second, Johnny third, Daniel Rick now up to fourth, L1 Veloce back to 6th. And Toss My Salad, who's had a messy first lap, was back up to 8th.
Yeah, 8,000's up 10 places, and so is End of the World, and that's a good show for them. Even Pepsi, who admittedly I would have expected to be up there with those two guys, he's made up 9 places from 14th.
He has, he's doing well. End of the World has made up 10 also.
I can't help but think, though, Pepsi would have wanted to stay, because he was right behind 8,000 and End of the World at the last safety car. He's lost 2 places now to the guys who started in the very front of the race.
Yeah.
I don't believe he's pitted at all yet.
Pepsi hasn't pitted, no. Either has End of the World or 8,000, so...
Yeah.
I don't know if this is... They should maybe pit for the hards. I don't know, but the hards last 27 laps? I don't think so.
Yeah, it'd be really tight. I'm not sure. Let's see. Is anybody else? Is anybody on the hards currently?
Yes, we have Toss My Salad on the hards. We have,
And Melvin. So
yeah, Melvin.
both the alphas.
Freddie also on one lap old hards.
Okay.
Toss My Salad and Melvin are definitely going to stop again. They only have 6
Let's
laps
see.
square on theirs.
Pepsi's pitted. His 7-lap mediums. Yeah, I don't know. That's a hard decision to make.
He's gone for softs.
So he's gonna stop again for sure. I wonder if he'll try to drag
Softs,
them out
mediums.
to go softs or soft mediums. Yeah.
Soft mediums more. I think the medium should get about 15 to 16 laps out of them really before they start getting really bad.
He's out of the pits. He's still ahead of Freddie, who's way behind everybody else on hards, but
He'll
End of
be
the
back
World
though.
is controlling the pack now in his Alpha Tauri. McLaren behind. Where have we
Charles
seen this
is pitted.
before?
Johnny has 6 seconds worth of penalties though.
Yeah.
Daniel Rick 5. So for the likes of Melvin and Toss My Salad, this could be, if they can keep the pace, it could be good.
Yeah.
On the hard tire though, the hard tire is a good tire here, I think.
I think so, and I think these
raced
guys
that earlier
are.
in the tier 2.
I think these guys are fast enough to be able to make that work for them. So I don't think. I think the safety car.
Brevin is down to 8th now, but he's on fresh tires.
Yeah, he might be able to make some moves because he was pretty quick out in front. He didn't really seem like he was having much of an issue.
I could see Brevin maybe going. He went mediums now, so he's going to have to pit again.
Maybe soft for the end or something.
Yeah, they won't go 25 laps. No way.
No. All right, they're backing them all up again. The second time, second safety car.
Yeah. Safety car is in. Freddie made it back. Yeah.
Let's see who's really close. All the guys at the front are really close, and he's gone already. Wow. So unlike Brevin, he did not wait.
Before the. Yeah.
Well, that was a good move though, because End of the World's pulled out a massive gap, but Johnny is like right behind 8,000 already. He's looking for a dive into turn 1.
He
doesn't have enough grip. Lockup from End of the World kind of ruined his gap that he had there. Let's see anything else going on back behind.
Bob with Toss My Salad now. He's dropped back a little bit.
Danny Rick's really trying to push to catch up. Valache is
right on
the back of him. Johnny, though, really trying to get past that McLaren, and he's going to try down into the turn, but he gets a little sideways, a little tap on his rear tire.
Valache's on Daniel Rick.
He tried to stick his nose past 8,000, and he wasn't having it close the door.
Yeah.
Let's see. Tost just lost a place to Kyle, who seems like he's trying to come through the field. About a second gap between Kyle and Melvin. It's one of the largest we have on the field right now. But out in front, we're still good. A lot of lockups going to the final hairpin. Seems like nobody's got tire temperature, really. 8,000, though. Wow, really good shot down the back straight. Great launch. And he's going to be right there for the second bit of the straight. Let's see if he can try to move into turn 1. Couldn't really stay with him through the chicane. Maybe some dirty air. He's dropped back about 300th, but he's really catching him in a straight line. That McLaren is kind of a missile.
Once he gets the RS, I think he might. Oh, Johnny's very close.
Yeah, but Johnny's still carrying those penalties.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's something he's going to be thinking about for the rest of the time. So
Melvin on the hards is dropping back close to Kyle now. Kyle's right on his back. Right on the back of his gearbox.
Daniel's trying to... I feel like Danny keeps getting close to Johnny, and then he loses some time. So, like, right now he's really close, and then he'll probably lose some time and back off a little bit. I feel like I've been seeing him get close to Johnny this whole race. He really hasn't been able to...
It's just a train now. The pace is kind of...
Pace is stabilized. There's a gap between, 7th and 8th.
Toss My Salad
Brevin
and
just
Johnny... Brevin, yeah.
Drop back a place. I thought for some reason he spun, but he's good.
Kyle is making a move on Melvin, I think.
Yeah, there you go. Nice and easy down the straight. He's going to wait on it.
Yeah.
Good call.
I don't think he had DRS anyway.
Yeah. See out in front, though. End of the World. Still in control. Those medium tires working well for him, at least, it seems. Nobody's catching him at any...
My Salad is down to... He's in the pits.
Oh,
It's going for medium tires.
that's a rough day for him, because he's now
Yeah.
really far out of the pack. And unless he can put in some insane laps in clear air, I don't think he's going to be
Another
enough
safety
factor.
car, maybe.
Yeah. See, everybody's nose to tail here.
Melvin on the hards is keeping way. The pack, the leading
that's
pack.
that's like pretty shocking. Valache getting real close.
Kyle is right on the
Maybe
back of
Valache will go
Melvin.
for a move into final chicane. He's getting real close to Danny Rick. Danny Rick's just as close to Johnny, so yeah, I think we really have a train here. And the most impressive thing,
Yeah.
the fact that End of the World in clear air, where he's got no slipstream, is somehow staying ahead. And speaking of staying ahead, Johnny just got ahead of 8,000 for second place.
He did, yeah.
He's really going to start to pressurize End of the World, because Johnny, we know, has insane pace, but he's got 6 seconds of penalties, so is he going to be able to pull out that much of a gap throughout this race?
Got action with Daniel Rick and Valache. 8,000.
8,000's dropping back. It seems like his tires are starting to go
Valache
off.
on the inside.
Oh.
Valache can take the two of them.
3 wide into turn 3.
Oh, there's going to be damage here. Oh.
I think the Williams might have taken some wing
driving.
damage, but I'm not sure.
Did he?
Maybe his wing damage is some prior. They're all super close, within 2/10 of each other.
Oh, he's lost it.
Young Verstappen right into the wall.
Daniel Rick.
Oh, yeah.
He's still going, though. He keeps the car.
That's, I think, the second time in this race he's taken wing damage pretty aggressively and stayed ahead. Stayed in the race. But Johnny has already caught End of the World, and the little gap that he had has been reduced to less than half a second.
He's going to have DRS as well.
Yeah, and End of the World has been quick, and he's got a lot of energy to play with still, about 40%. But I don't know if he's going to be able to keep ahead. Johnny
has a 10% energy, so the energy is a lot stronger than the DRS.
Yeah, it definitely is. Let's see, he's holding about 3/10 back.
On the back here.
And yeah, I think 8,000's tires have just completely gone off, because he's fallen back about 2.5 seconds now from Valache.
Daniel Rick, 5-second penalty.
He only got overtaken last lap, 8,000.
Yeah.
Let's see. Melvin is starting to catch 8,000 though. Melvin on the hard is really putting in like a Pierre Gasly-esque drive, where you just put on the hard tires and run him for 1,000,000 laps. I don't even know if he's going to try to pit again, or if he's just going to try to take him for the end. That could be a risky strategy, but
that'd be a lot of laps. Yeah, that's another 21 laps of this race.
Yeah.
33 laps on the hards.
Let's see, Pippo, who's still in 10th place somehow throughout all this craziness, has
he's on 9
seconds of penalties.
Yeah. Yeah.
Our current penalty leader.
I know the feeling. Yeah. All too well.
I get track limits penalties like no one's business. And 4th place is now to Melvin.
And it just got taken over by Johnny for the lead.
So Johnny's in the lead.
Well,
Melvin takes P4. Wow.
Off 8,000. Wow, he's doing really well on them hards.
So let's see if he can build a gap to nullify his penalties then. Little lock up.
I think End is struggling on his tires.
Danny Rick just took another 3-second penalty. End of the World still caught behind him.
He's good pace though, he's sticking with it.
Melvin though, he's got a 2-second gap that he's already starting to break down to Ellen Valache. On the hard tires. Yeah, on the hard tires. Oh, a little bit of a slide. But those tires, seemingly, other than the slide a second ago, working well for him. Hopefully he can pull clear of this pack and start to catch the guys in the front, because he could be on seriously for a podium today if he keeps these tires clean.
Possibly a win.
Yeah. Lock up from End of the World going into the final hairpin. Ellen Valache, though, right behind End of the World, looking to take P2.
He's going to have him here, I'd say.
End of the World's hung on for a really long time with these mediums, but 15-lap-old mediums.
Yeah, he's got him now.
He might want to think about pitting. Oh, someone's in the pits. That looks like Alpha Tauri.
Enda.
Yeah.
Enda's in the pits now. And Ellen Valache is chasing down Johnny.
Yeah, we already knew how much pace L1 had, qualifying 4th on the mediums.
Yeah.
Now he's on the softs versus Johnny's mediums. He's going to catch him really
Let's
quickly.
see what Melvin, if he can stick with the pace now.
Unless L1's tires are, you
Quite
know,
old, are they?
not working
Pepsi,
well.
no penalty.
And Pippo up into 8th, but he also has double-digit penalties now, 12 seconds. Happy for him.
Kyle in 5th, no penalties. He's doing well.
Yeah, keeping his nose clean. Because the crazy thing is how close the pack is. If
Daniel
the
and Rick,
race were to
fastest
end
lap.
right now, the guys out front both have 6 seconds of penalties. They're going to end up down around 6th place.
Yeah. Pippo needs to do something. And Toss My Salad has made himself back, what, up to 9th.
Yeah, he's put himself back in this race. So really impressive drive though from Melvin. He seems to be pulling out a gap on Brevin just a little bit.
And he is catching Elwin Veloce.
Yeah.
About 4 tenths this lap.
Oh, Melvin pits. Or no, never mind. Sorry. Who was that who just
Veloce.
pitted? Got it.
Yeah.
So those softs seem to have gone off. He's putting on the medium, so he'll stop again for probably another set of, I don't know, maybe he could do softs at that point again.
Could he make them?
But I'm not dead sure. So Melvin up into 2nd now with some clear air. Brevin seems to be catching him, even though Melvin was pulling away from Brevin earlier.
Yeah. Maybe Melvin made a mistake, I think.
Yeah, maybe. He's got to keep Johnny honest, though. He's got to keep in that 6 seconds so that Johnny still feels like he's got to push. Because if not, Johnny's just going to save his tires, save fuel, save ERS, and get ready to fight off whatever attack comes next. And that is, ironic if we're talking about Johnny. He gets another 3-second penalty.
Pepsi
Johnny,
and Charles here are battling.
And our leader has 9 seconds of penalties now. And L1 Veloce just took a penalty for multiple warnings.
So he was effectively fighting for the lead, so the two of them have 9 seconds.
Yeah.
Here comes young Charles, what's happened on... Pepsi got him there, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's time for Pepsi to pit. I think his tires are starting to run out. He's on those soft tires that he pitted for a little bit ago for the restart.
I think he's waiting for another lap or two, and then... Because the mediums will last, what, 15, 16 laps, I think.
Looks like Brevin's got past Melvin.
Yeah.
But honestly, that's okay. You know, Melvin's running this race a lot longer than Brevin is. And Melvin's able to stick on the back of him, and that's a pretty good thing, because if Melvin can keep touch with the guys in the lead just by, sticking on Brevin's rear end with the DRS, he's locking down that podium now.
Well, I presume Melvin's going to go for the mediums, or isn't he next? The mediums are a good race tire, like.
Yeah, I mean, if he waits till the last, 10 laps, it's for the mediums. You run 10 laps on the mediums is easy.
Yeah.
He only needs to get those hard 7 more laps, which shouldn't be too bad. As we got, I think it was, who's in the pits? Like, Freddy's in the pits, from what I can see on my screen.
No, Freddy's still running.
Who's coming out of the pits? I think it's
yellow flag, sector 1.
I think it's a Williams. Who's the Williams in the pits?
Kyle, penalty.
Okay, he just retired. I don't know why he couldn't just retire in the pits, but anyway, Melvin still staying in touch with Brevin up front. End of the world looking to try to get past Toss, but he's losing some time. Losing a lot of time, actually.
Brevin is catching Johnny. Slowly now, but he's catching him a little bit. I think Johnny's tires might be going off a bit.
Yeah, I mean, mediums versus hards. The pace deficit was enough to get Brevin past, but now he's going to start to fall off, and Melvin's going to return. So Melvin pulling out a good gap on Kyle, who has had really good pace today.
He's done a lot of laps on the softs, 11 laps on soft tires, Kyle.
Yeah, and he was doing a lot of overtaking, really pushing those guys to the limit. So
he's going side by side with Charles here at the moment. Two of them. Who's going to have DRS?
Yeah,
Verstappen has it.
That Renault. He doesn't open the DRS though. The Renault keeps the DRS closed.
No,
for some reason.
Charles was behind going into the
Got it. And that's Kyle. That's Kyle into the pits.
The gap between Brevin and Johnny is now only 1.1 seconds. That's come down from 2.4 last lap.
So Johnny's tires seem to have started to go off as well.
And he's dragging Melvin as well. He's dragging him along with him.
Yeah, I said that was crucial for Melvin to be able to stay with Brevin as much as he could. Use that slipstream down the straights.
He might have DRS on him on this lap. 1.1 coming down. 9/10 at the moment.
The other big thing is Johnny's got all those penalties still, and Melvin is one of 2 drivers to have no
Johnny's
penalties.
saving ERS though. Johnny's saving ERS.
Yeah.
63%. So he's possibly saving his ERS for this next stint to try and push on.
He's going to have to do some overtaking. Anybody who pits is going to have to do some overtaking because there's just, the pack is so tight.
Yeah.
But yeah, Melvin, he's just been a very smart driver so far. No penalties. Just a very easy race. He lets people by when they need to because his race is
he's smart. Yeah.
Yeah, it's for the long haul. Let's see.
L1 Veloce is back in the 5th. He's catching Charles.
L1 Veloce has been at every end of this timing sheet so far today. He's been at the bottom and at the top. Speaking of the top, person with the most penalties, Pippo, 15 seconds.
15. This is going to be getting close to the 25 mark, I think. That's when they get disqualified. Pepsi into the pits for mediums. It's coming out just behind Freddie.
I'll be back in just a bit. A second.
And Kyle's just spun. As L1 Veloce has caught Charles very quickly here.
Brevin is catching Johnny now. He's within 3/10.
He's going to have a change for the lead. He might. He's no ERS though.
The back straight, but also kind of the front straight they go.
Brevin must have used all his ERS trying to catch him.
Yeah, Johnny's got a lot of weapons.
making a move. L1 Veloce making a move on Verstappen. Up into 4th now. It's making good progress.
Just use that DRS to tow himself even further away. That double DRS is really powerful.
He is only, what, 7-8 seconds behind Johnny, and Johnny has to pit again. I don't know if Veloce has to pit again, but he made that pit stop.
Yeah, let's see. Brevin's still in DRS range of Johnny easily. Honestly, Brevin doesn't even need to pass him. He just needs to keep the pressure on because Johnny's tires are so much weaker.
Here comes Brevin now for the change for the lead.
Oh, there he goes. Easy move.
That was a good move. Yeah, it was a good move. But Johnny's going to have DRS and ERS on the...
It almost seemed like he let him by a little bit because he may just try to shoot past on the straight. But he locks up. He might have just ruined his chance. He's going to have a hard time getting a good exit.
Has 100% now.
Oh, wow.
He's 76%.
Yeah, let's see. Brevin can position his car well, so let's see what he's able to do. Oh, and then into the pits, both of them.
Yeah.
So they'll be racing on pit exit. Let's see what their pickers can do.
Yellow flag safety car. Kyle retired.
Oh, that's going to put Johnny and Brevin in a great place because they both pitted for mediums as soon as the safety car happened. Who's out? It looks like Kyle.
Kyle, yeah. Don't know where he lost that. I can't see any. He's on board with Pepsi at the moment to see.
So yeah, it looks like Melvin has inherited the lead, but it would be a great time for Melvin to get on mediums now.
You think he will?
Yeah, that would be. I mean, that it seems like that's the obvious choice, unless he's going to try to run the whole thing on hards. But honestly, he'd probably get gobbled up on the restart, so I think he's got to pit.
If he pits, he should come out in front of Toss My Salad, maybe. Hope for his.
Yeah. I think most of the people up in the top are going to pit, because this was pretty close to when people were going to pit anyway. Strategically, it makes sense.
And it makes everybody close, and he hasn't got any penalties, so effectively he will be leading the race. That's
a good point. That's going to benefit him massively, because it's not like this field spreads out super quick. Everybody's really close on pace.
Yeah. This is the third safety car this race. L1 Veloce's in. He's probably got to go for softs.
There are more safety cars in the Tier 2 race.
Yeah.
Granted, we still had a safety car in the Tier 2 race, mostly because I caused one of them.
Yeah, the safety car saved me.
Alright, so where does Melvin come out?
He
Melvin comes
definitely
out in the
pitted
lead. Melvin
on
is
soft
in the lead on
tires.
soft tires.
Yeah, everyone pitted except Brevin, I think.
Yeah, I don't. Why didn't
Brevin pitted the lap before that with Johnny. Remember?
Got it. Okay.
Yeah,
For some reason, I thought they would easily inherit the lead, and Johnny is way farther back than Brevin. Were
I
there
think Johnny
guys
pitted it
who
twice
did
because
L1
Brevin.
Valache and Crashtappen pit? 'Cause they're between. I
Yeah,
mean, Brevin and Johnny were racing in the pits. I don't know how they got out between them.
Charles is doing a good job. Up 9 places. 8,000 up 5. Brevin up 5.
It's going to be important for Melvin to build a huge gap for himself.
There's going to be nearly, if you finish this race, you're going to be nearly in the points. You know?
Yeah, for real. But Melvin's got to build a gap because those tires will go off before the end of the race. So, granted, he's one of the only people to not have penalties, so...
Hippo is effectively last because of his penalties. And End of the World has no penalties also, so he'll be moving up a lot. There's only 10 laps left after this.
Honestly, earlier in this race, you mentioned that Melvin could possibly win the race when he was doing his long stint on hards. And I was like, I don't really think that's true. I think he could probably get a podium, but he's not going to win. He has done everything correctly today. I think he could seriously win this race.
Yeah.
He hasn't been the outright fastest, but he has been by far the smartest.
He's been the most consistent.
Yeah. All right. I think this might be the last lap behind safety car.
I hope so. Get this race, the last bit of it, over and done with.
Pepsi's dealt with the highs and lows because Pepsi is now down 11th. He's 22 seconds back from the safety car pack. Really rushing to catch up.
His tires will be nice and hot though.
That is true. He'll catch the pack with.
He'll be racing, and just as he gets to them, yeah.
he'll catch the pack with real fresh mediums, which getting the mediums turned on is a little bit of a chore. So.
He's on the mediums, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it means his tires won't go off before the end, so he can really wring their necks and attack. He won't have to be as conservative as somebody like Melvin. But
Melvin, the top really, Brevin doesn't have to conserve. The top might, I don't know.
Honestly, so Johnny, this was L1's or Johnny's race to lose. And I think they really lost it, not even because of anything they necessarily did, but because of the penalties.
Yeah, track limits are big around here.
Yeah,
very bad.
It's a very tight track, and so I think they're gonna do it. They're gonna do another lap behind the safety car.
A lot of the they're gonna let people catch up.
Got it. I mean, Pepsi's right there.
I think it's if they're without a further distance before they reach a certain point.
Got it.
Not 100% sure.
If I were Pepsi,
That's my salad pits.
Okay.
Again.
Well, I mean, at that point,
I would have pitted again. If I was Pepsi.
If I was Pepsi, maybe.
And Freddy. You're gonna be last anyway. Like, you might as well have the fresh.
And they're gonna have a whole nother lap to catch up and warm those tires.
Yeah.
If they pit onto brand new softs.
Well, plus they won't lose that much time because they're going really slow. Like, Toss My Salad's already catching.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're not gonna lose any time.
Yeah. They'll lose a position or two, but they'll have such a pace advantage on the.
Yeah, we'll see how hard it is. Because it's not. People have said it's hard to overtake around here, but I don't necessarily think that's the case.
I found it hard earlier to overtake. It was a bit messy.
There's a lot of good straights, and if you can hang with people through the corners, I think you're able to get past.
A lot of people seem to lose the rear end coming out of the corners.
That's true. It is a very rear grip bias circuit, but there's a lot of good heavy braking zones to moves.
And there's 3 DRS zones as well.
Yeah, that's another huge factor. All right, I think this is going to be our last lap with the safety car. Everybody's caught up. Everybody's together. We got Melvin out in first place.
Safety car in this lap.
Yeah, there we go. Melvin out in first place on fresh soft tires. Let's see what kind of pace he can do.
I reckon he's going to pull away from Brevin.
Yeah, I don't know. Is he gonna? He's gonna hold them up for a while, which is honestly
I would hold
what
him up
do.
to the last corner and go for it on the last corner.
Yeah, there's no reason to risk going through the final chicane at full speed.
No.
See, everybody's weaving to try to get some tire temperature. Guys in the back with really hot tires ready to go.
Yeah, they've arrived. Pippo last.
End
It's
of
got
the
fresh
world.
tires as well.
End of the world. If he keeps his nose clean, he has a chance to get on the
Oh,
podium just
Brevin's
for
a
the
bit
fact that
slow.
he's clean. Brevin is slow. He's already second back. Wow, what a great
Oh,
start
we
from
lost it, but
Melvin.
it's got to be a safety car. Who did we lose there? Freddie?
Hippo parked right in the middle. Yeah, Freddie.
Freddie, yeah. Big spin out.
Let's see. Wow, Melvin just pulled away. Nice. Johnny's trying to catch young Verstappen. Close gap right now we have. Flying out. Verstappen's trying to catch Veloce.
Yep.
He's right on his back. The three of them have been fighting all race, and that's not going to change
Here comes
now.
Johnny as well. Hippo, another penalty.
Shocker. 18 seconds from Hippo. A little lockup from Veloce riding on board right now with Verstappen. And he's probably going to be able to get him into turn one. Little touch on the grass. Don't really understand that, but...
Oh, well, Veloce ran on, and he's going to lose a lot of places.
Wow.
He's going to be effectively
How did
last.
that even happen?
He outbroke himself, I think, going into the hairpin.
Something
Maybe
like
something
that.
disconnected.
But man, Melvin has pulled... He's a 2-second gap. And Brevin, in his own right, has a 1-second gap behind. So, really great job from the guys up front.
Effectively, I think end of the world is second here at the moment.
I think so, yeah. His lack of penalties is going to pay off, just like Melvin's is. Melvin, I believe, just took fastest lap of the race, so he could end up getting all 26 points to Melvin, because he's got the fastest lap. Let's see, 8,000 RPM up in 5th. He doesn't have much penalties, so he could still find himself in a good place. He's trying to catch young Verstappen, and the gap's fluctuating as everybody is. But
Elwin Veloce is the DNF, so he's retired in the pit lane, yeah.
Brevin's the only one in the top 5 on medium tires. So I wonder if that'll give him any kind of advantage in the final few laps, as we are about 7 laps to go.
I think Melvin and Brevin will be on the podium.
I think that
if he stays like this,
the case. Yeah, Melvin's definitely going to win this race. I think at this point, unless he crashes, I don't see any reason, because Brevin has a 3-second time penalty, and Melvin's he nailed the restart and pulled out such a gap.
And that's Johnny. Yeah.
Yeah, Johnny's might get Brevin off the podium.
But this is going to help Melvin as well. Oh, Brevin gets loose, and here goes Johnny goes by.
Not a great launch, and Melvin just set the fastest lap of the race again.
Yeah, he is flying. 3.2 seconds.
Brevin tried to come back at Johnny, and Johnny gave a little walk up. And this whole battle for second place is helping out Melvin, and he's now 3.5 seconds down the road in complete control.
Toss my salad up to 7th. There.
Let's see, Verstappen's just kind of holding his place. He's got 12 seconds of penalties, so he's going to fall behind a lot of people. Let's see. Brevin, though, really wants to get back past Johnny, but he doesn't really have to.
But he has the penalties. Yeah. Oh, Brevin got another penalty. Yeah.
That's going to hurt him a lot.
Yeah.
End of the world is
steady.
Yeah,
just keeping steady.
Yeah, still keeping without penalties. And honestly, that's probably the biggest thing right now for him.
It's just to keep a clean race. And
as long as he does that, he's going to make a ton of places. As 8,000 goes past Verstappen.
But Charles is going to come back with the DRS, or the ERS.
Yeah, let's see who can send it down the inside. Ooh.
Charles.
Yeah, he's right ahead. And who's got DRS? Charles does. Oh, Ferrari in the wall.
Ferrari in the wall?
Yeah, it looks like Hippo is in the wall.
Hippo, yeah.
Not only does he have 18...
Same place Freddie lost it.
Not only does he have 18 seconds of penalties, but he's now out. And we have a safety car again.
Safety car. He retired on track.
Oh, this is bad for Melvin.
Yeah. Oh no, because he has them penalties. No penalties, he's gonna...
So if you're Melvin, do you stay out or do you pit?
You stay out.
Yeah, I wonder how his tires are
He's not gonna
feeling.
lose 6 seconds, is he? It's 9 seconds, 12 seconds.
Yeah, that's true. I think that just completely sealed end of the world's podium for sure. Because there's no way anybody's going to be even a 6-second gap. I don't think I've seen a 6-second gap this race so far in the top 10.
No.
So on the plus side, everybody who's still in the race gets points, and more than one at that. As
Pepsi will move up.
Yeah, he's
maybe
taking up the back. Yeah. Verstappen is
Toss my
gonna.
salad will move.
Oh,
Oh,
Verstappen retired. He
he
isn't
just
even
lose the
gonna try
car?
it. No, I think he just decided he wasn't about it. He had 12 seconds of penalties, and might as well save the front wings and the other parts for next race, I guess.
Pepsi going in for sauce. No brainer.
Yeah, you're in last place. Might as well make it happen. See what you can. At this point, we've pitted so many times. How many times have a lot of these guys pitted? Check.
Yeah, I'm gonna check now.
I'd be interested to
Stops.
see.
Toss my salad 4 times, he's the most. Pippo had 4 as well. Freddy had 5 stops.
I mean, my
Everybody has 2 or 3 if more.
my favorite driver of all time, Jenson Button, won here with 5 stops and a drive-through penalty. So it's
Yeah,
not
I remember
impossible.
that.
Wow.
Jensen
Melvin's
Button.
only stopped twice though, right?
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Good. Yeah.
Very
Great
good
one
race
for
by
him.
Melvin.
So let's see. I think like Tosk could pretty easily end up on the podium here as well because he has the
Yeah.
least amount of penalties. If they can keep these gaps tight, he could easily be within a shout of third. Everybody else is at 6, or Johnny has 9 seconds of penalties. And really, they're gonna have maybe 3 racing laps left. So, I'm, you know,
It's
press
gonna
X
be it's
to
gonna be
doubt.
a quite an interesting last 2 or 3 laps to this race. With the penalties being the major factor here, I think.
I think a lot of these guys are honestly a little annoyed by the penalties and are probably just gonna be sending it as hard as they
Yeah.
can. Um, but
This is the problem with the late safety car. The penalties really affect you so
yeah,
bad.
I don't want to play favorites here, but I mean, we've talked about it. Melvin's driven an insane race. I think he
Yeah.
definitely deserves a win here.
Where
Let's
did
see,
he
though.
start?
Let's find out.
Stop. Position change for 5th, so it's a good race, yeah. Very good race.
Yeah, who has the most positions gained right now?
8,000 up to 8 places to 4th.
That's awesome. We love to
Driver of the
see
day
it.
for him, possibly. Yeah. Pepsi up to 7th.
Yeah,
It's good.
I mean, after literally setting no time in qualifying, taking those points from 7th place is a nice thing. Even if he is last of the running cars. Somebody just tapped the wall. I'm not
Lose the
sure
front.
who that was, but
See if there's any damage on anybody.
let's see, a safety car in this lap. Yep, there we go. Race control safety cars in
Safety
this lap.
car, yeah.
All right, Melvin's gonna take him around the hairpin. We have 3 late racing laps. 3 racing laps left to go. He's gonna back him up again. He nailed the restart once. Let's see if he can do it again. They're gonna weave all the way down this back straight in the 3rd sector, before they start their final lap.
Is Johnny just gonna send it? Like,
I mean, I
anyway,
could see.
even though
Yeah.
it's the penalties, he has to kind of build a gap, doesn't he, to somebody?
I don't. I think Johnny's gonna end up last. I think because those penalties are just huge. You could give
Yeah.
him first place, clean air, and new tires, and I don't think he'd be able to do it as quick as he is. And Pepsi just took another time penalty.
Oh, there's been
Oh.
damage. Toss my salad and Pepsi on the restart.
Let's see. The Ferrari lost its front
Damage.
wing, and
Yeah,
Pepsi also has
big
damage.
damage.
But Melvin aced
That's
the
the end of
restart
them, too.
again, and he's pulling away about 2 seconds. Brevin is getting real close to Johnny as he wants that
And real
place.
close end of the wall behind.
He wants to be able to get in some clean air so he can build a gap to get rid of his penalties. 8,000 just ace that, man. He's 2 seconds down the road now almost. Making great use of those tires, even though they're pretty warm.
End of the wall got a penalty.
Oh,
Might not. Yeah.
I mean, right now it still puts him on the podium, but barely.
Melvin is in a different league here at the moment. Johnny, another penalty, 12 seconds.
Wow, I think tossed by taking contact with Pepsi in that last, or then the first turn of the
He
restart.
doesn't seem to have damage. Only Pepsi seemed to.
Oh, maybe. But I think just in general that like kerfuffle, I think that may have moved him off the podium because that lost him a lot of time.
Well, he's back there with the. He's only 8 tenths behind end of the world.
8,000 wants Brevin now. He's catching him, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. We have 1 lap to go, or 2 laps to go. Sorry.
2 laps to go.
Yeah, 8,000 is 3/10 behind, and he's really pushing. He's got newer tires and softer tires than the man in front of him, and he's probably gonna go move down this back straight. He's right on his
Yeah.
gearbox, really
Will we get
close.
DRS for the last lap? We might, yeah.
Probably. I don't think we have DRS for this lap, but
No.
might just have an insane slipstream effect. Let's see. Let's ride on board with him now. He's got about half his energy, and he's using it. He's deploying. And Brevin
We should
is
save it.
not using it. Brevin's just kind of waiting to see if he has to defend.
Melvin is gone. Johnny is catching him slightly, but it's not going to be enough. Oh, lock up.
Somebody in the chat's asking L1 Velace. I believe he crashed. From what I
He
remember.
lost it. He outbroke himself going into the hairpin, and
That's
then
right.
went on straight, and then just retired in the pit lane.
Yeah. All right.
Maybe just, I don't know.
Looks like Tost is trying to get past End of the World. He's not going to send it here, but he's going to get DRS, maybe? Actually, he won't because the detection zone's back there. I'm wrong.
Last lap, no.
Yeah, here we go. They go on the last lap. We have Johnny with 12 seconds of penalties, trying to pull out some kind of gap to get on the podium, but I don't think he's going to be able to do it.
To Brevin. Yeah, he needs, 4.5 seconds? 4.8?
Pepsi is 30 seconds back because he's got no front wing. And 8,000's pushing hard to try to catch Brevin. He wants that podium. I think
Tosma Salad and Enda are going to get on the podium, to be honest.
Yeah.
Unless one of them picks up a penalty in the last lap here.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's gonna be those two, but this race has all been about Melvin. Ooh, and 8,000 just picked up another penalty, so he's gonna be.
Yeah, that ruined his race.
Yeah, he's gonna end up behind Brevin.
For sure.
But yeah, Melvin has controlled this race basically since the second safety car, with a great stint on hard tires, and then doing really nice things to his soft tires in these last two safety cars to really make him work and get the great launches that he needs.
Into the last corner now with Melvin. Yep.
And he wins the race.
Crosses the
He doesn't
line.
touch the wall of champions. What a drive from him.
A masterclass from Melvin.
Toss my salad takes a penalty, and that might get him off the podium. So here's where everything shakes down.
Oh, Brevin gets the podium.
Brevin gets the podium. End of the World gets a podium. Great race from everybody. A lot of penalties.
Johnny fifth.
A lot of great moves, and a really, really tight field.
There was a lot of battling, a lot of safety cars also.
Yeah, for real. A lot of pit stops as well.
Yeah,
this race was all about quantity. And actually, Melvin won by having the least pit stops, and so that's a really, really good thing.
And least penalties, and least
and finally, Pepsi crosses the line, and that is the race, everybody. That was awesome.
End of the World in second there. That was good race from him. Driver of the day also.
Awesome. Well, let's see. Let me see if I can get Melvin in here to talk a little bit about his race in a second. Got the podium celebration. Yeah, that's how it breaks down. Pepsi, though, had the fastest lap when it came down to it. So he gets 7th place in the extra point. Yeah. Pepsi had 6 stops. The most out of anybody.
6 stops.
Yeah. But I think he still made up the most places. Made up 7 places. So super impressive stuff from him. So great racing. Melvin won, being the only man to not take a penalty, which is really impressive. Let me see if I can. All right.
And Alpha. Solid. Picking up that penalty on the last corner.
Working on getting Melvin in here, guys. All right. Let's see if I can go and ask them to join us overall. Yeah, it's not looking like they're going to be able to talk afterward, but that was a great. Oh wait, there he is. Melvin, Pepsi, how was that for you guys?
Alright, and yeah, just the strategy with the safety car at the end really helped out.
Yeah, Melvin, we were talking in the commentary, and like you just like you seem to be the only person to make every correct decision. You had no penalties. You had a great yeah. That stint on the hards
Yeah,
was insane.
it
You were
was a
keeping up,
Melvin masterclass.
dude. It was wild.
Yeah.
That's a pun.
The Melvin masterclass of Canada. How did you not get any penalties, bro? How that was insane.
Yeah, it was just a lot of practice before the race with yeah, track limits.
Very good, man. It was very consistent racing. You did a really good job. I tipped you to win the race halfway through it, so or before.
Admittedly, I
So
didn't
well,
believe him, but after that stint on hards, that
yeah,
yeah, it was
Uh,
insane.
Hmm.
well done.
Yeah, well done.
Awesome,
Full
Pepsi. How did
points.
you from the other side of the grid? How did you feel?
Terrible. I didn't get much qualifying time, and I validated, so I started in the back. Then I got kind of lucky with the middle stint where everything was going right, and then I broke my wing, and they didn't bloody fix it. They fixed the tires, but they didn't bloody fix the wing, so it's like...
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Eventually,
no,
I
I
kinda,
thought you had come back into contention. I saw you up in like fifth place at one point.
I thought I was too, and then just the cards were not dealt the right way, but hey, points are points. But I do want to give a shout-out to Brevin. Brought the car home P3. Masterclass
yeah.
drive from him, so I'd like to shout out someone that we're in kind of alliance with, so good on him.
It was a
Yeah,
good
for
race.
sure. Yeah, it was a good race. It came down to penalties at the end for most people.
Yeah,
Wild,
a lot of track limits here.
but awesome.
Hmm.
Well,
Yeah, but
we're
very good.
gonna head out. Thank everybody for watching. It was a great race, and I'll see you guys next week.